Hey, what's up everybody? This is Superbrick501 and today I want to go over the absolute best way to farm all of the different resources in Outriders. Now before we get into the video, only 6% of people that watch my videos are subscribed to my channel. So make sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with all of my videos. And just a disclaimer, this is going to be more geared towards having at least one character that can farm high challenge tier expeditions. And the basis of this strategy is to farm the highest expeditions you can to farm up resource pods, which will then allow you to essentially trade those in for any of the other resources in the game. And the numbers I'm going to be going over are from farming challenge tier 15 expeditions, but you can still do this on lower challenge tiers. You're just going to get less per run. And how the challenge tier and expedition system work is you get exponentially more resource pods every time you increase the challenge tier, and this is giving you over 70,000 resource pods for a challenge tier 15 gold timed expedition. So doing the highest you possibly can on gold is going to be the best way to go about doing this farm. So I just wanted to go over how much resources you can actually get from just doing one challenge tier 15 expedition with gold time. And that is going to give you 74,305 resource pods. With those resource pods, you can go to Tiago in your camp and you can sell resource pods at the price of 5 pods for 390 scrap. So that's going to give you right around 5.8 million scrap for doing one of those expeditions. And I would say on average, if you're not just farming the absolute fastest expedition, it would probably be around 8 minutes average for most of the expeditions. And I'm not going to go over how much of this you could actually make over an hour, but that is the amount of time you'd be putting into this. Once you're at this point, you're going to be able to just farm a ridiculous amount of resources pretty quick. Once you turn in all of those resource pods for scrap, you can then buy 25 leather for 563 scrap or 25 iron for 563 scrap. Except for rare occasions, you're probably not going to be buying either of these because just getting to endgame, you're probably going to have more leather or iron than you actually need. Neither of those are really that hard to get, but you can still get those if you need those. And from doing one of these expeditions, you'd be able to get 25k leather or 25k iron. If you ever needed more, you could just do one of these expeditions and buy as much as you'll need, and you're probably never going to need that much at one time. Now, the other main resource you're going to want once you're into the endgame, besides resource pods themselves, is going to be titanium. Now, you can also buy titanium for scrap, it's just going to be a little bit more expensive. And you can buy 5 titanium for 1,625 scrap, which will allow you to get around 17,500 titanium from doing one challenge tier 15 gold expedition, which is absolutely ridiculous. But you can actually end up using this much titanium decently quickly depending on what you're doing with it, because not only can you just upgrade the gear on that character for new builds or finishing off your build, you can also put gear from any other characters, put them in your stash, and upgrade them through your character that can do challenge tier 15 expeditions. So you could potentially go through this much titanium decently quickly, especially if you have a new character that you're trying to upgrade, say lower level items all the way up to endgame. That can quickly become very expensive in terms of titanium. So trading in your resource pods for this titanium is going to be one of the best uses for these resources at endgame. And the final thing you can do with these resource pods is going to allow you to help boost up the amount of attribute shards you can get. So first off, you can just buy any of the epic items that Tiago will have. Now you won't be able to buy a ton of items doing one run, but you can pretty quickly build up a lot of resource pods. And for I think around 500,000, maybe a little bit more, you should be able to get every item from Tiago. And this will allow you to just dismantle all of them and get a bunch of attribute shards. And then what you can also do is, if say you're just continuously farming these expeditions and you've already bought all of Tiago's items for that reset, you can then also turn in those resource pods for scrap and then go around to the different vendors in the game and buy those items to dismantle for the attribute shards. Now, if you're buying epic items with scrap, those are going to be pretty expensive. They can get up to like 200,000 scrap for a single epic item, but if you're buying lower rarity items, there will be much cheaper, and they can still give the same amount of attribute shards because that only depends on the level. So that is going to allow you to get a large amount of every resource in the game just with farming these resource pods from expeditions. So subscribe if you want to see more Outriders or other videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this farm, and thanks for watching.
Remember that freak I fought last time? The one who nearly buried me alive?
Am I gonna have to dig you out of the rubble again?
Not this time. He's sung his last, and the pod's ours.